For months, astronomers had been following an interstellar traveler dubbed Tri-Eye Atlas, the third known visitor from beyond our star after Oumuamua and Borisov. Its emerald-tinted tail and unpredictable motion captivated observers as it swept closer to the Sun. At first, scientists believed they were simply tracking another solitary wanderer. But in the early hours of September 19 at 2 a.m. Coordinated Universal Time, an amateur stargazer in Chile captured images no one was expecting. 9 dim points of light circling Atlas, moving in perfect formation like a halo of fireflies around a lantern. Within hours, the James Webb Space Telescope, Hubble, and the Very Large Telescope confirmed the sighting. Tri-Eye Atlas was not alone. It was accompanied 10 bodies in total, each trailing the same unearthly glow, each mirroring Atlas's path exactly. And what researchers uncovered about these mysterious companions would shake astronomy at its foundations. At first, skeptics dismissed the new images as noise, cosmic ray streaks, or data glitches. But Webb's infrared imaging erased all doubt. 9 smaller objects were indeed pacing Atlas, maintaining identical speeds and orbits, and emitting the same eerie green-tinged light. Spectrographic readings revealed something even more startling. The companions weren't mere fragments but independent objects sharing Atlas's metallic signature: nickel, cobalt, and alloys rarely seen in comets. Stranger still, Atlas itself already displayed a thermal output equivalent to a 10-gigawatt reactor. The companions glowed with nearly double that, 20 gigawatts each, packed inside bodies no larger than a city block. For perspective, that's enough power to light entire nations compressed into fragments of rock and ice. Nature does not do that. The most unnerving aspect wasn't their power, but their suddenness. Telescopes worldwide had been monitoring Atlas closely, NASA's Juno, Parker Solar Probe, even spacecraft bound for Mercury, all collecting data. None detected these companions beforehand. According to Harvard astrophysicist Avi L., the 9 bodies didn't drift into view. They appeared in a fraction of a millisecond, faster than a camera flash. Instruments simply weren't fast enough to capture the moment they emerged. One instant, a lone visitor. The next, a convoy. Theories erupted. Did Atlas release dormant probes as it neared the Sun? Were they hidden until triggered by solar radiation? Or did they arrive separately, cloaked, and reveal themselves at a precise moment? Whatever the answer, their appearance wasn't random. It was coordinated. Astrophysicists tried modeling the companions' energy profiles, but the math refused to converge. Temperature, density, fusion, none could explain the readings. Exotic containment fields, antimatter catalysts, even dark matter reactions were suggested, because ordinary physics could not account for such compact power. Each companion seemed hotter, denser, and more energetic than Atlas itself, as if engineered for close encounters while the main craft remained at a safer distance. They weren't just escorts. They were frontline agents, carrying more raw energy than anything humanity has ever imagined. Public reaction was swift. Why had it taken an amateur astronomer to expose what the world's most advanced observatories missed? NASA and ESA issued vague statements acknowledging ongoing observations but withheld raw Webb data. Behind the scenes, leaked memos described emergency meetings at the Pentagon, ESA headquarters, and China's space agency, discussing contingency plans from reconnaissance launches to planetary defense protocols. Yet to the public, silence. No warnings, no explanations, just carefully controlled reassurances. But silence speaks volumes. Avi L's mothership hypothesis shook the scientific community. Tri-Eye Atlas might not be a solitary body at all but a carrier, a larger interstellar craft deploying probes as it approached our system. The escorts weren't debris but scouts, deliberately released to approach planets while the main craft hung back. This would explain their stronger energy cores, synchronized orbits, and instantaneous emergence. The implication: these probes weren't just drifting, they had a mission. Skeptics countered that Atlas may have collided with another object, shattering into fragments that retained its trajectory. But fragments don't radiate 20 gigawatts each. They don't glow with identical metallic compositions. Their paths aren't flawless. The natural explanation collapsed under the weight of the evidence, leaving only the engineered hypothesis standing, a truth few were ready to say aloud. Then another interstellar object entered the picture. C. 2025 R2 Swan, approaching from the opposite direction. 100 times larger and brighter than Atlas, with a tail 5 times the width of the full moon. It would reach perihelion within days of Atlas. Two interstellar giants converging on the same corridor of space, escorted by hidden companions, all in the same week. Was Swan arriving to intercept Atlas, or working alongside it? Some pointed to historical records of green-tailed comets appearing every 2,200 years. If true, humanity had seen this before and survived. Survival this time was no guarantee. Governments were anything but idle. China reportedly redirected resources from its Long March 9 program into designing a high-velocity interceptor. The ESA revived plans for a deflection mission. Private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin were quietly approached about rapid launches. Yet in public, silence. Even stranger, subtle anomalies began rippling through the solar system. Magnetometers detected faint pulses synchronized with the convoy, repeating every 43 seconds like a heartbeat. Seismographs on 3 continents logged ultra-low vibrations with no tectonic origin. Migratory animals changed routes as if their internal compasses were scrambled. These effects were timed perfectly with the convoy's movement. Some whispered Earth itself was resonating with whatever the objects carried. Then radio astronomers intercepted a directed energy burst from one of the escorts, not aimed at Earth but at the Moon, striking a region known for dense gravitational anomalies under its crust. The signal was layered and structured, not language but code. What if the Moon is not just a silent satellite but part of an older system, dormant until activated? If so, perhaps it was never entirely ours. As Atlas and its companions approached perihelion, orbital mechanics revealed a chilling detail. Both Atlas and Swan, along with the 9 escorts, would align within a narrow solar corridor in mid-October. Their perihelia would overlap within days, separated by less than 50 million kilometers. For random bodies, this is impossible. For engineered ones, it's scheduling. A rendezvous. For centuries, humanity has looked at the night sky and imagined omens, dragons, banners of fire. But what James Webb, Hubble, and backyard telescopes have revealed is not myth, but reality. Tri-Eye Atlas is no longer a solitary enigma. It is escorted, 9 smaller companions radiating impossible power, maneuvering with precision, appearing not by chance but by deployment. In a blink, our solar system went from hosting 1 interstellar object to 10. That changes everything. Because if they are probes, they are not here to drift. They are here to act. Their synchronized movements, their pulses toward the Moon, their resonance with Earth's magnetic field, all suggest a mission still unfolding. Add Swan's approach, and the silence of our institutions begins to feel less like caution and more like containment. They know something extraordinary is happening. They know this is not coincidence. We wanted answers, but what we have instead are questions. Are we watching a convoy execute a schedule written before our species existed? Are these escorts scouts, guardians, or something darker? Is the Moon itself part of a network we never understood? Perhaps the greatest fear is not that we've discovered something alien, but that this was always coming, and only now are we advanced enough to notice. What if we were never the observers but the observed? What if our telescopes didn't uncover the secret of Tri-Eye Atlas, but instead triggered the next phase of its mission? This isn't science fiction. It's unfolding now, above our heads, in real time. 10 synchronized, powerful, deliberate objects carving their path through our solar system. And as they draw closer, one possibility lingers. Perhaps they are not just passing through. Perhaps they are here for us.